The Shields at Ridge Heritage Farm is a pleasant historic tour to attend in Jefferson, Georgia.
This is one of the oldest cotton gins in the state of Georgia.
Had a great time today exploring the different farms and seeing everything from old heritage to people that are 5 years into building their new family farm. And it's been exciting. I'm looking forward to it, seeing the next place we go.
For more information, visit us at www.georgiagrown.com.
Enjoying a variety of wine selections at Chateau Elan. Reserve your next wine tasting at www.chateauelan.com. Beautiful farm tour and wedding facility at the Damn Good Dog Farms.
My wife Jennifer, my name's John. We've owned this property for a little over 5 years now, and we had no idea what we were doing or getting into when we started. It kind of one thing led to another, and now we are a pick-your-own blueberry facility. Got 3 acres of blueberries, and we got a new store with some retail in it, and we're also now just getting into the wedding business.
My thoughts on the tour is they have a beautiful establishment here.
The tour is absolutely amazing. The venue has been just beautiful to tour, and I love hearing about the experiences that they've dealt with and what they've overcome and how they've gotten to this point to be able to open such a beautiful facility to the public.
Visit their website at www.dgdfarms.com.
I am Chef Chris. This is Chef Cass. We are Bando Verde. We are a meal prep, catering, event, just a jack of all trade culinary company. And today we have a roasted garlic corn grit with our with a sweet and spicy pulled oyster mushroom with our signature Bando sauce on it. We finished it with some nice crema and some green onion to give it a little texture. So I mean, it's doing pretty well. So people are enjoying it so far. We're getting really good reviews on it. So you know, just having a good time.
How you doing? This is Chef Jeremiah Lemons with Choose Joy Food Group. We're here at the Atlanta event and we're serving a smoked mushroom taco, lion's mane mushrooms. We have a green tomato pico, jalapeno crema from Gratitude Botanical Farm, and a cornbread crumble to finish. Also, we're sampling our lemonade from our partner Dave. It's a smoked lemonade. I think everybody that's tried it has said it's something they've never had before. 5-star reviews. I'm excited, I'm happy to be here. Yeah, man, that's us.
Well, so welcome. This is, I think, one of the coolest things ever. How many of you have ever been to a composting facility before? Right? Okay. So, okay, maybe this is the same, maybe it's a little different, you know. When I first found Soil Cube, it was at a trade show, and I kind of freaked out. Like, I was just like, but it's like cake mix. What is this? How is this real? And what I realized is I've traditionally been buying compost that was exclusively animal manure based. And that's really clumpy and it doesn't drain well. And when it does dry out, it's really difficult to rehydrate. And that's because there's not enough green matter to sort of balance the soil texture. And so Soil Cube is really unique in that it's made distinctly of 3 different ingredients. And more so than that, their conscientious effort of keeping that supply chain super local, so they actually have relationships with the dairy farm that supplies the manure but also supplies some percentage of the wheat straw. You see these bales here that are rectangular. Those are Soil Cube wheat straw bales. The large round bales are what get purchased in from local farms. All of the grass clippings come from Supersod Farms, and it's Zenith zoysia, which is grown in these fields not so much for the sod production, but for the seed, because Supersod is also patent seed, so they have, grass seed in their mix of their business model. So after the seed is collected, all of the vegetative material gets mown down and incorporated into the Soil Cube mix. Now, sometimes people ask about why is there sand sometimes present in the bags, and well, look down at your feet. The sand is not actually being purposely integrated. It's just a matter that this site drains better than the original site, which was clay-based. It was holding too much moisture. It was taking a lot longer for the compost to be created, and it was also more difficult for machinery to get through. So they moved to here, which we learned today was originally all gravel, and it's just over time been pulverized into sand.
So this is our bagging operation, and I'll explain kind of what we're doing right now. So after we get through putting windrows down and turn them 16, 18 weeks, somewhere in there, sometimes it can be more, sometimes it can be less, depends on the weather. All the material is moved over here and we start screening. Right now, because material is dry, we're running about a 3/8 inch screen. So everything is pre-screened now. We'll shut that screener off in January and won't crank it back up again until May, ideally. If we have a dry spring, we can do it a little bit different, but generally speaking here, from December till March, it rains at least once a week. And in 2021, it rained 4 times as much as it should have. So instead of getting like, call it 14, 15 inches of rain, we got like 40. I mean, it's something just absolutely crazy. It rained every day.
here we are where we mix level mix and now veggie mix. Level mix, has anybody heard of it? Or let's say, has anybody not heard of it? Okay, everybody's heard of it. I'm gonna go through it briefly. It's 70% PGA approved silica sand. That sand is right there. We get it in from a quarry near here, and you can go touch it. It's super fine. That fine sand allows it to get down below the grass blades, below the roots, and into the soil to actually level the lawn. So the level mix there, I was here a couple weeks ago, and they had it in alternating piles of 70% sand and then a section of soil cubed, and that big turner, the big blue turner, just comes down here and it blends it all together, makes a couple of passes, and there we go. We have that blend made to sell, ready to go to market. So skipping over here, we've got our new veggie mix blend. Same process, but different ingredients. This time, instead of 30% soil cubed, it's 75% soil cubed. So you've got all those rich nutrients and the compost that you're familiar with soil cubed, majority in there. Then we add a blend of, this is composted bark fines. You've seen it for sale as soil conditioner. That alone will kill your plants. They will starve. But it is great for drainage. Sometimes soil cubed, when it's older, it's starting, it's compost, it's decomposing. So people put it in a container, they don't realize it's decomposing, it's getting denser as it goes, and drainage, right? You know, I've done it to myself before where I've poured in water, it's like, oh, there's 2 inches sitting there taking all day to drain. So it's another reason why we created the veggie mix, is to provide better drainage. So it's a blend of those composted bark fines and a new material called Hydra Fiber. This is made around Charlotte, and this is shredded hardwood mulch. You can feel the texture in here. This is soil cubed, feels like compost. Feel this texture. It's just different. Get your hand in there and feel the difference. You might be wondering why we're doing this. We're doing this because aminopyralids, persistent herbicides, are a ubiquitous global problem now. And we've come up with 3 ways we can address that. So that does not happen, we can offer a product that we feel 100% confident in. So 3 steps. So then I also wanted to tell you guys about this amazing bagging facility that we have. We did it for several reasons. Just because we all are aware of the weather that we get here in the wintertime. You know, bagging wet soil is not fun for a machine, it's not fun for a person, and it's not fun for the consumer. So we now have a space in the wintertime. This left-hand half of the building is absolutely filled with product waiting to be bagged, so that we can bag it while it's dry and you get a better quality product and everybody's happy. Our guys and our machines, they can bag 1 mini cube every 6 seconds. So in an hour we can fill 600 bags. And of course we have 36 minis per pallet, and so that's almost 7 pallets an hour that we can do in these conditions.
I use soil cube a lot in my landscaping business, and I also know Michael Darcy. Went to school with him, and I decided to try out soil cubed on my peppers a few years ago and really liked my results, and so I've been using them for a few years ever since, and they eventually invited us out to do this Between the Windrows tour, and I really liked seeing how everything was done. I want one of those compost turners for myself at home. That'd be really nice. But no, they do a really good job here, and I like how they're doing all the testing to ensure that, you know, herbicide issues aren't persistent, and they're doing everything they can to test that kind of stuff, so that's cool. Yeah, I just liked all the information that they gave here. It's really cool seeing the whole process, seeing the different veggie mix with the added wood fibers and stuff like that. It's good stuff. My experience here today was very enlightening, actually. I mean, I pretty much had a good gist of how everything was done, but you know, seeing it up close in person and getting to put my hands in the compost and smell it, that's my favorite part. So I'm a soil nerd, so this is right up my alley.
Well, I used their product. I think they have absolutely amazing customer service, and when this opportunity came, I absolutely wanted to see where the product that I love so much and grows so well for me came from. So that's why I'm here today. I think it's been really very educative. Everything was well organized. I like seeing where the finished product that I use and that I touch almost every day comes from. It was a very, very informative time, and I learned so much both for me and my community garden members that I came with.
I love Soil Cubed, and when I had an invitation to come down and actually see where it's made, I didn't hesitate to respond and say, I'll be there, you can count on me. And I've been looking forward to it, and it's just been a really fun experience to learn about how this is made for a product that you've been using for years and that you love and you brag about all the time, to really meet some more of the people and to get your hands in the product as it's being made, and just the whole process. It's been incredible. Yeah, just Soil Cube product and the people and the inputs and everything. I mean, they really look at what's going into it, and you can tell because the output is superior to anything else that's out there. And now when you come and see the raw material and the facility itself and the people and the equipment, it makes sense. No wonder it's such a superior product. It's just, you know, when you get to see it firsthand at this level, it all makes sense. You know, with gardening, one of the biggest difficulties is people just, you know, they dive in before they really know what they're doing, which is okay. I mean, they need to start. But one of the things that can make their experience more successful is to have great soil. And the best way that they can do that is just to buy Soil Cubed. We're lucky when we have access to their distribution perimeter, but it makes gardening success almost automatic because of the soil. It's all about the soil, and if you have access to Soil Cubed, you've got 99% of the battle won.
Hey, I'm Amir Sports with the Georgia Department of Agriculture. I'm the media specialist, and we're down here at the Sun Belt Expo in Moultrie, Georgia.
We're a distribution company. The name of our company is Implement Sales. We're out of Monroe, Georgia, up in North Georgia. We represent 32 different manufacturers of ag attachments and construction attachments. We've been coming down to the expo since the origination of the show. We're down here presenting products that serve both of those industries. We wholesale to all the dealers here in the Southeast, and we're down here promoting the products for those dealers so we can push retail customers to each of those locations in the states that we serve in the South.
So I represent the American Welding Society. We're an over 100-year-old organization which we support the welding industry by writing codes and standards, and we also give out over $2 million a year in scholarships. So basically, we tour the country with this welding trailer. It's got a bunch of welding simulators inside, and basically we're just looking to introduce welding to people from all across the country.
why don't you join us for our next one? This is the Atlanta Grows a Lot Farm Tour experience, and what an experience it is going to be. Are you ready? Come on, let's take a ride.
I've been a beer expert since '96, and I developed the fund working through New Belgium, which is one of the biggest brewery companies in the world, and pouring beers for people to school and let us know that we are the originators of beer. We made beer back in Africa to feed people, and also as a gift for building pyramids, and sisters were the original people who made beer, which is an ale. That is the original beer right there. So it's all about schooling, education, and through Brewgether, which is something that we started with my lovely wife, Andrea, we're here to give back to what is the root. This is gardening, black farmers, and above. All about agriculture, beer, bringing the worlds together.
It was so fun, so exciting. I love how I was able to meet new people, learn something new, the sense of community. It was just amazing. Food was great, drinks were great, just good vibes all the way around.
I really enjoy to see fresh grown food that we can even grow at our own home compared to going at the grocery store, you know. But this on the farm was so fresh, and I was enlightened to see these farms. Never know this thing happened down in Atlanta. In downtown Atlanta, which not is a country, but it's excited, the food and the drinks, free food, free drink. It's all exciting. I'm glad I came, get out of the house, and it was hope to see the next one.
Now that you've seen everything that we have to offer on this farm tour, why don't you join us for our next one?
Elderberry, hibiscus, and stevia.
Oh, we're gonna feel
all
good.
natural.
Toast to agriculture. Yes. Let's go.
Library that was a part of a historic black school here. The community had to start on their own because they weren't allowed to attend schools in the city of Atlanta. So a lot of history in this space.
It was a real great tour, man. I advise a lot of people to check it out. Holistic stuff, man, natural stuff. It comes from within, you know what I mean? We won't have a lot of that stuff, a lot of opportunities to connect with people that see things the way that we do. You just had to be there. You gotta go see the whole thing, so just know that we enjoyed ourselves. Much love.
Blessings, gratitude for you all being here. We welcome you to the Browns Mill Urban Food Forest. And so, I'd like to ask you all, do you know what a food forest is?
No, ma'am.
No one knows what a food forest is? All right, well, let me tell you. It's layers of an ecosystem working in an amazing way with the biodiversity of the animals, with the solar system of our composting, with the hoop house that we can grow all year around. The Morgan family farmed on the whole 7.1 acres. So none of this was here. The parking lot, things that you see here was not here. So that means all 7.1 acres was used for farming. I am the herbalist in this space. So I take the things that we grow, I make medicine out of them, I make food out of them, and we curate and we make nutritional meals with them. Anybody else want a tomato? You gotta make me a fried green tomato now. Right. This has elderberry, hibiscus, and stevia.
Oh, we're gonna feel
all
good.
natural.
Toast to agriculture.
Yes,
let's go.
Also with the Morgan family, they would take the excess food and they would sit it on the side posts on the Rhine Hill side so people can have access to the food. So I'm really believing that the lignage and what this space was really meant for was actually to grow food and provide food for the community, food sovereignty and food equity, which is what we really need in this space. With it being an open park, that means anybody can come, right? And so that means everybody takes a part of harvesting the food. Yes, it all revolves back to how our ancestors started, right? We got our food from the forest, we got our medicine from the forest. Everything was from the forest.
All right, so we are on our way to our final stop of the day, which is Wawa. And yes, I said not to be confused with the Pennsylvania-based store. It is the West Atlanta Watershed Alliance, where we are going to have, if you thought that was fun, we are about to really have a fun time.
This used to be the library that was a part of a historic black school here. The community had to start on their own because they weren't allowed to attend schools in the city of Atlanta. So a lot of history in this space.
This is a whole row of okra, peanuts, and cotton. Actually, this is my first time growing cotton. Whatever you put in is what you're gonna get out. And so that's a lot of the time the fruit is in the plants, and that's kind of how everything is.
Part of this experience, I wanted to kind of tell you what our goal is. We have Chef Gordon here, which is the chef that is handling your farm-to-table experience. So please grab a plate, and then you can move about, get the wine from her wine, and also the juice from Julio juices. So if you want to start with food, because it's been a long afternoon, we would like for you to do that, and then we could partake of all of the other vendors. All right?
And I'd also like to make note that we have craft beer from Macon, fall wine, and we also have wine from Jeffersonville, Jill Creek Winery.
All the areas I thought the universe left, bring them back. Arguments and negative. How could you shine at such a time as this? I know the sun sees my tears. I know the trees hear my fears, and yet the grass continues to grow. Thinking of your exit plan wore heavy on my mental garden. So I began to trim some trees and uproot reckless weeds in order to create space for my emotional needs. I'm proud of it. Began to move the pain from my heart pocket. I took off my sleeve and stuck in my pocket. I'm safe. Tucked myself in a haven, just so no one could hear the cries of my spirit craving, longing, wanting another dose of you. I prayed you come find me in my cocoon screaming, Nell, it's okay. You can come out. Place my gratitude in God and in you. And every day I wake up to the sun shining on my blues, I know that it's a smile coming from the purest form of you. All these words, those words, remain dedicated to you. And that's that piece.
Hey man, it was a real great tour, man. I advise a lot of people to check it out. Holistic stuff, man, natural stuff. It comes from within, you know what I mean? We don't have a lot of that stuff, a lot of opportunities to connect with people that see things the way that we do. So, you know, it's a blessing to be on the tour. It won't be my last one. Shout out to the city of Atlanta. Shout out to everybody that helped us out. All of the people, it was a big team. So, I mean, we just really appreciate it. It was good. We had natural juices. That stuff got fruits in it right there, you know what I mean? Natural plants. You just had to be there. You all gonna see the whole thing. So just know that we enjoyed ourselves. Much love.